Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a small heart-shaped pouch, and I've closed this pouch like this, so it comes up from the back and it opens up like this. Now you can put your AirPods in it, and you can simply close this one and it's all nice and secure. If you want to open it, just open it like this and take it out. And for this one, I've used my 100% cotton yarn and I've used my 4 mm of the hook. So let's begin. So for this pouch, now let's have your yarn and make a slip knot. And now we're going to chain up 11 here. 1 1. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. Chain up 11 and now turn your work. Now this is the back part of your chains. Now I'm going to skip this first chain and I will go to this second chain, and I will insert my hook into this second chain, the back part of my second chain. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make my 1 single crochet. And now I'm going to have 1 single crochet on each chain. So keep on doing 1 single crochet on each chain for this round number 1 or row number 1. And by the end of this row, you're going to have your 10 single crochets. And here it is. We have our 10 single crochet for our row number 1. Now chain 1 and turn your work and insert your hook into this first stitch and make your 1 single crochet. Now keep on having 1 single crochet on each stitch from the previous round, and by the end of this round number 2, you're gonna have 10 single crochets. And now we are gonna repeat our pattern until our row number 10. So keep on having 1 single crochet on each chain, each stitch from the previous round until your round number or row number 10, and each row will have 10 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you after my row number 10. And here it is. We have our 10 rows of our 10 single crochets for each row. And now here we're going to turn our work to our left side and we will work on this side. Now here you can count your rows. So this is your first row. This is your first row. So that's your first, second, third, fourth and fifth. So this is your fifth row. We are going to go to this fifth row. So count from here. Again, it's 1 2 3 4 and 5. So go to a 1 2 3 4 and fifth row, yarn over twice and insert your hook into this space and grab your yarn. Now here you're gonna have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and spool your yarn through 2 loops, and yarn over and spool your yarn through 2 loops, and that's your first treble crochet. And now here into this space, into this stitch, we are going to have 10 treble crochets. So this is your first treble crochet. Yarn over twice and insert your hook into that same space, grab your yarn, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and spool your yarn through 2 loops, and yarn over and spool your yarn through 2 loops, and that's your second treble crochet. And we're going to have 10 treble crochets into that space. So yarn over twice, make your third treble crochet, yarn over twice, insert your hook, grab your yarn, that's a fourth treble crochet. And now that's going to be our last 10th treble crochet. Insert your hook into that same space, grab your yarn, and 10th treble crochet. So 10 treble crochets like this into that same space, into a fifth row. And now we will go to this last stitch, and here we're going to insert our hook and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here. So make a slip stitch and your work will look like this. Now we will go to this side, our left side again, and we will count next 5 stitches. So it's 1 here, It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's our 5th stitch, and we are going to repeat this pattern. So we're going to have our another 10 treble crochets into this 5th stitch. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into this 5th stitch, grab your yarn and make your 10 treble crochets here. So this is your first treble crochet, second treble crochet, and 10. And here I have this 10 treble crochet, and now I will go to this last stitch, and I will insert my hook into this last stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here, and that's it. It's gonna look like this. Now we're gonna cut our yarn here and secure this last stitch. And here we have 2 strain of yarn, so I'm gonna just make a knot here to secure this both stitch. Just make it a little bit tight, and that's it. So your yarn will be secure and your one part is ready. It looks like this. Now we're gonna put this loose ends in, and I will simply insert my needle like this, and I will put both of this loose ends in. And now make another part exactly the same, and I'm gonna meet you after that. And here it is. Both the parts are ready, and now we're gonna attach these 2 parts. So take this back side of both the parts and attach them like this. You can see that this is the first treble crochet of this side, this heart. This is the first treble crochet. So from here we're going to count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to take this 6th treble crochet. So leave this first 5 treble crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to leave this 5 treble crochet, and we will insert our hook into this 6th treble crochet. Now if you want, you can put your stitch marker here, so that you will remember. So just put your stitch marker here as well at the back side, this back part. Again, count. So here it is. This is my first treble. If you can see that this is my first treble crochet. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna take this 6th stitch. So like this. On this side as well, count your 5 stitches. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take your 6th stitch. Put your stitch marker here. At the back part as well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So take your 6th stitch. While you're working it, you will understand which is your first treble crochet. This is my first treble crochet. Here again, this is my first treble crochet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've inserted this stitch marker into this 6th stitch. So both the parts are done, and now insert your hook into this 6th stitch where you have put your stitch marker. Take your yarn and attach your yarn like this. Now here, chain 1. So attach your yarn and then chain 1. Now we are going to go to this next stitch. Insert your hook into this next stitch. Take both the parts, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. So this is a slip stitch, and then chain 1. This is your complete stitch. Again, we will go to this next stitch. Insert your hook into both the stitches, both the parts. Take both the parts. Insert your hook into both the stitches of both the parts like this. Grab your yarn and make a slip stitch, and then chain 1. Again, into the next one, insert your hook, grab your yarn and slip stitch and chain 1. So we're gonna repeat our pattern. 1 slip stitch and chain 1. Again, into the next one, insert your hook, grab your yarn, make a slip stitch, chain 1. Remember, here we have made our chain 1 only for this first stitch. And then after we started making our slip stitch and chain 1, slip stitch and chain 1. Now we are here. So here we have our 10 rows here on this side, and on this side, on the back side, we have our 10 stitches. So don't worry, each stitch will go with each row from your front line. So here we're going to have our 10 stitches. Insert your hook somewhere here, take your first stitch of your back part and grab your yarn and make a slip stitch and chain 1. Again somewhere here and take your second stitch like this, grab your yarn and slip stitch and chain 1. That's the second stitch. And here you're going to have your 11 stitches because this is going to be your first stitch. Here it is. I got my 10 stitches and it looks like this on one side. And now we will move to this other side and we will repeat our this pattern. Here you're going to have your stitches in the front and you're going to take this rows from your back part and make sure you're going to have your 10 stitches as well on this side as well. So it's 1 slip stitch and 1 chain 1 and repeat your pattern here. Here it is. I have my 10 stitches on this side as well. And now we're going to have next 5 stitches on this half heart shape. So here it is. Make your next 5 stitches in here. So it's 1, 2, and that's going to be our last stitch. 5, and it looks like this. Now on this remaining stitches here we will take the front part only. So now go to the front part and just take your front part, and after your this 5th stitch insert your hook into this next stitch, grab your yarn, make your slip stitch and chain 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So next 5 stitches, take your front part, take all your treble crochets here, and now we are here and this is our slip stitch. So here insert your hook. Do not insert your hook into this stitch, rather go in this space. Insert your hook into this space and grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. And here we're going to make only 1 slip stitch. Remember, no chain 1. Here we're going to make only 1 slip stitch. And now we will go to our next stitch and we will repeat our pattern. So that's going to be our next slip stitch and chain 1. And that's going to be our 5 slip stitches and chain 1. So that's our 1 stitch, 2nd stitch, 3rd stitch, 4th stitch and 5th stitch like this. And now we will go to this first stitch. Remember, here we have attached our work and have made our chain 1 only. So we're going to insert our hook into this first stitch, grab your yarn and make your chain 1, make a slip stitch and chain 1. Now turn your work and we will take this back part. So for this back part, again insert your hook into this stitch, your first stitch, insert your hook in here, make your slip stitch and chain 1 and have 5 stitches here, 5th stitch. Again we are here on this stitch where we have made our this slip stitch. Now we will not insert our hook into this stitch in here, but we will go after this stitch. So below your this stitch, go here, insert your hook in this space, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. And now we're going to chain up about 30. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it is. I got my 30 chain and I will insert my hook again into that same space and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a 1 more slip stitch here. Here it is. It will look like this. So make 1 more slip stitch there, and next 5 stitches we're going to have 1 slip stitch and chain 1. So insert your hook into a next stitch, grab your yarn, make your 1 slip stitch, chain 1, your 5 stitches in here, and that's it. We're going to cut our yarn in here. So secure your this last stitch, and we'll put our this two loose ends in. And here it is. It is all ready. It is all done. Now you can pull up your this loop from your front part like this, and that's it. It's all attached and it's all sealed. It looks like this, and it's all done. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.